Knightdale, North Carolina.
Police said Monday that they've identified the armed and dangerous pair who held up a Knightdale jewelry store at gunpoint last week. Police are trying to locate Jacqueline Jamal Pratt, 18, and Nikita Chantal Taylor, 25, both of Rocky Mount. They are wanted on charges of armed robbery and kidnapping.
Our biggest priority now is locating the suspects and taking them into custody before anyone else is victimized,
said Knightdale Police Chief Lawrence Capps.
We're even calling on the suspects to mitigate the damage they've done by turning themselves in and cooperating with us to bring this matter to a close.
Information from witnesses near the scene of the crime and help from other law enforcement agencies helped speed up the process of identifying the pair. During the robbery, which happened just before 2 p.m. Friday, the two entered the Swift's Fine Jewelry on Hinton Oaks Boulevard posing as customers. After looking around for several minutes, they pulled a gun and ordered workers to the ground. The two took cash and jewelry before getting away. Police have described the pair as armed and dangerous and are asking anyone with information on their location to contact the Knightdale Police or their local law enforcement agency.
Damn!
Now YouTube censored.
I'm mad as hell right now. Yes, I am.
Viewer discretion is advised. Mama Black.
This program contains language and sequences some viewers may find disturbing.
Walter, thank you. A group of teenagers triggering trouble in a Broward County neighborhood. Two teens are expected to make a full recovery after being shot in a North Lauderdale neighborhood. This video you're watching shows a group about to come to blows before things got even worse.
And then I saw one kid fell down and hold his stomach, and the other one running behind the vehicles and hiding.
Neighbors aren't sure what the teens were fighting about or why this situation escalated. Today, police arresting a 19-year-old and charging him with 2 counts of attempted murder. Police are still investigating. If you have any information that might help them, call Broward Crime Stoppers at 954-493.
People are accused of using a social media app to lure people to a home and then rob them. Richland deputies say they used the app Tag to lure the victims to Waverly Place Drive. When the victims arrived, they were held up at gunpoint and assaulted. Deputies charged the 5 with robbery and kidnapping.
Memphians and Memphis police want to find a group of men responsible for a series of carjackings apparently targeting women. WMC Action News 5's Janice Broach joins us live with video that could solve this case. Janice?
Well, Memphis police need help identifying suspects in 3 violent carjackings. One victim ended up in the hospital.
It was horrifying. Like, to this day right now, I have problems with, like, going out of the house alone or just going out at nighttime.
Victoria Landeros traumatized after getting carjacked at the Snappy Sacker on Range Road October 6th. It was 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Victoria was sitting in her car in front of the Snappy Sacker.
That's the darkest shade of white I've ever seen.
When one of the suspects walked up and asked to borrow her phone charger. And that's how it started.
2 guys just came in on me. One jumped in the front seat and one jumped in behind me. And it was just like, they pulled out guns on me and they were like, get out the car.
Landero said they started yelling at her to get out of the car.
The guy that was in the back seat started yelling, shooter, shooter, you know, to get me out the car.
Landeros was hit by the car door, knocking her down, ending up in the hospital with cuts and bruises all over her body. She was one of 3 carjackings in the Range Road area in a 3-month period. The second one at the Lions Mart and one at West Haven Elementary. All of the victims were females. Police released this video of 2 of 3 suspects in the 3 carjackings. Now, take a good look at them in the video. Here are still photos as well. Police want to catch these guys.
Oh. They be black.
I just want them to get caught and off the streets before they keep doing it to someone else.
Now, Victoria Landeros, a restaurant server, said that the suspects also got $900 from her and 2 iPhones. Her car was found the next day, not too far away in a cove. If you recognize those suspects, call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH. Live, Janice Broach, WMC Action News 5.
Breaking news tonight on WIS, an arrest in connection to a deadly weekend shooting in Sumter. Police have charged 22-year-old Kentwan Savan Thames Daniels with murder. Investigators say that Daniels surrendered this evening. Police say Daniels and the victim, David Green Bratton, were involved in some sort of altercation on Flamingo Road just before the shooting. Bratton later died in the hospital. Police are still investigating that shooting tonight. Also new tonight, a man sentenced to 5 years in prison for burning his girlfriend's puppy, which ultimately led to that dog's death. Hakeem Golson sentenced in court today for felony animal cruelty. He was arrested in November of last year after setting a 10-week-old puppy, a pit bull puppy, on fire in the parking lot of Grace United Methodist Church. The puppy did not survive. Investigators say Golson admitted to the crime and showed no remorse. No remorse. No remorse. No remorse.
Well, tonight, a Gwinnett County man is behind bars, accused of targeting women, leaving grocery stores and then following them home to rob and assault them.
In just a week's time, police say 6 women were attacked that way. Fox 5's Natalie Fultz joins us now. And Natalie, you spoke to one of the victims.
I did, and she's got a really bad gash. So bad, though, she's had to get 6 stitches already. And she says what's so scary about this is that she was just opening the door to go grab another load of groceries when a stranger started attacking her.
Just as soon as I opened the door, he was punching me.
Becky Ray and 5 other women feel relieved that a man police say targeted, beat, and robbed them is locked up.
I was worried he'd come back here.
33-year-old Boris Bell is accused of following 6 women home from grocery stores and takeout restaurants in Duluth and Lawrenceville. Police say Bell robbed the women, stole their purses and credit cards before physically assaulting them.
I've got 6 stitches to close it up, and the bruise is starting to form around my eye.
Gwinnett police say they nabbed Bell because he used a credit card he ripped off from one of the women at the Kroger on Harrington Road.
The lead detective was able to gather some surveillance images from a recent transaction, like a credit card transaction, from one of the victim's stolen credit cards.
With all of the crimes occurring within a 2-mile radius and the surveillance images, police tell me it made their job much easier. They arrested Bell Tuesday morning.
The officers assigned to our central precinct decided to saturate the area early this morning, armed with a picture of the suspect and a picture of the vehicle that he was possibly driving. And fortunately, they were able to discover him shortly after 7 o'clock this morning.
Ray says she's thankful Bell won't be able to hurt anyone else.
He'd been doing this so many times, it was like he's not going to stop. So I'm so glad that they did catch him.
Ray tells me she plans on being much more aware of her surroundings from now on. And as for Bell, he's facing numerous charges, including robbery and aggravated assault.
As always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. Also follow us on the usual media for more and interesting information like this.
Fight their asses.